that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up.
Let's go. Come on.
They say the struggle is real. I say the struggle reveals how you deal with the monster that's inside you. I don't buy into the luck. I put my faith and my trust in my team. Everything that we done been through. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. It's time to fire on up. It's time to fire on up, yeah. Pound on your chest.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up.
You want to know which ring is my favorite? The next one.
Edge in this game, the Rams or the Bucks, Stephen A?
To me, it's the Bucks. I'm not sold on the Rams as of yet. I know they have talent. I believe in Jalen Ramsey. I believe in Aaron Donald. I see Von Miller's getting his sacks. That's a beautiful thing to see. We can't underestimate that. We all know that Tom Brady, for the most part, is a stationary target, but we also know he's a savant. He's absolutely brilliant, and he knows how to pick defenses apart. We'll see what happens there. I don't like the fact that Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin are gone, but you got Gronk. You got Cameron Brate. You've got, Mike Evans as well. And when you look at it from that perspective, and you look at a guy like Giovanni Bernard, for example, that can run the football. When you look at Keyshawn Vaughn, who can run the football a little bit, I don't know when Leonard Fournette would be back. Who knows? But at the end of the day, that experience, the way the Tampa Bay defense played for those first three quarters, and the way we see Matthew Stafford, because as Dan Orlovsky said, he has such a profound belief in himself, his willingness to roll the dice and take chances. Sometimes you can beat yourself. So when I look at the Rams versus the Bucks, I not only take all of those things into consideration, Dan, what I come to is this. Who's the dude who can remain most disciplined and not beat themselves by being a bit risque and taking unnecessary chances? Who could shoot themselves in the foot, figuratively speaking?
Yeah.
That would happen to be Matthew Stafford. And that's why I think that when you talk about going up against Tom Brady in a playoff game, I would roll with Tom Brady for this one.
Yeah, so I think the Rams have a distinct edge in this football game. I think your point at the end when it comes to Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady is 100% fair, obviously. I think the Rams have an edge mainly because of health. I mean, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team has been dealing with injuries all season long. And the fact that we Chris Godwin out there, AB, Tristan Wirfs, I feel if Tristan Wirfs doesn't play this football game could get ugly. Candidly, if you go back to when these two teams met, I think week 4 or week 5, this was the most pressure that Tom Brady was under all season long. That was with Tristan Wirfs and without Von Miller for the Los Angeles Rams. So we're talking about the addition of an elite pass rusher who's playing really good football, and then one of the best right tackles in all of football. That is a massive switch right there. I think for the Rams defense, when you're playing against Tom and understanding that at least 3 offensive starters are going to be missing from this football team in comparison to when they first played, and potentially not Leonard Fournette, that is a huge advantage for this defense. A huge advantage that can sit there and say, well, we've got Jalen Ramsey that can slow down Mike Evans and Gronk, maybe a little bit of both, either or. And now we've got this elite pass rush unit that can absolutely get after Tom Brady. And I can promise everybody at home, Tom Brady is not going to lose this game because he's going to take sacks. Tom Brady's never lost games because he takes sacks. This game is going to come down to, if Tristan Wirfs doesn't play, how well the Rams defense tackles when the ball is getting out of Brady's hands. Now, when it goes to the other side of the football and the Buccaneers defense versus the Rams offense, I'll tell you this, the game that we just saw on Monday night in the wild card round, that's the best game I've seen Matthew Stafford play in 5 years, maybe longer. There was not a single snap where he put the ball in a careless fashion. If that happens again, and I'm banking on it does, and I'm expecting that it does, if that happens again, the Rams are going to win this football game comfortably, specifically if Tristan Wirfs does not play. I'm that confident in this team. They've got a very good plan for how they want to attack Tampa Bay. Molly pointed out the pressure defensively. If you go back, because you mentioned the first 3 quarters against Philly, Stephen A., like you go back and watch that game, there's throws there. Jalen Hurts just didn't have them. He just didn't make them.
He just didn't make them.
There's throws there,
Yeah,
and I promise you number 9 will make those.
Well, let me say this to you. I totally forgot about Tristan Wirfs because I was watching that Eagles-Bucks game, and I remember when he hurt his ankle, he came back in. I don't know why he even tried to come back in, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Because he got ran right over because, he was just too hurt. And I would tell you that if we look at the history of Tom Brady, particularly in Super Bowls, the last good moments the New York Giants have had, why'd you win those Super Bowls over the New England? Why you win those Super Bowls over the New England Patriots? Because you had pressure and you were able to apply pressure. And even though we rave about the New Orleans Saints defense, particularly when it plays against Tom Brady, although you've got cats like Lattimore and others in your secondary, why were you able to really run roughshod over Tom Brady in the regular season? Because of your front 4. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and I'm thinking about the Rams, if you have an ability to get to Tom Brady, particularly because he's compromised by Wirfs' injury at that right tackle spot, that could spell doom for Brady. I will admit that, because that not only compromises your pass protection, it also compromises the effectiveness of your running game.